Hey y'all, welcome back to part two of this Toro Time Master here. I'm uploading the video on my work phone as we speak through the thing I do on my the edit my videos. It's processing the video, so I'm recording this on my old personal phone of mine. So hopefully enough it doesn't act up and take a dump on me here. But anyway, if you guys hadn't seen part one of the Toro Time Master there. I know it was a lengthy video and I apologize for it. Sometimes you can't help it. I was going to make it a two-part anyway. I realized by the time I edited it, it was like an hour and 14 minutes long, and I apologize for that. But if you guys haven't seen part one, you guys can check the link below. And I kind of wish at that time I just went a different route and just said, okay, this is not going to be fixable. Let's just go ahead and take the engine out and swap it with something else. So my attempt here in part two is to take that pressure washer engine I showed you guys there, which I still got right here. It is the same day I'm doing this video here, in a way. Um, I already took one of the bolts out here. I'm gonna show you guys here what I've done so far here. I've taken one of the bolts out. It is actually a 1/2 inch bolt. And this one's a little bit longer here, so this is one of the bolts right here for it. There, so at first it didn't want to come out. I didn't want to try to break it, so I had to go back and forth with it with a socket wrench. And I want to use my ratcheting one just yet. But as I looked, and I showed you guys in part one, down here on the ground, here, let me get my flashlight here so we can look at this, and hopefully enough I got that one bolt out right there. That's one right there, and I didn't realize it at the time. That's actually a belt keeper for that belt right there where I'm shining the light on. So that's a belt keeper there for that other bolt. So we'll have to get that one, and then unfortunately the other one is way up under here somewhere. I think it's right up there, or it's above here, I think. No, 1 2, I think it's above here. I can't remember now. Let me see if I can. No, it's right there. Okay, let me get you guys in there. Hold on. Get in there. Okay. And it is right there where my light is shining. Sorry. I think that's the other one right there. Yeah. There's the other bolt right there. That's holding this engine on, so it looks like it's two belt keepers there to hold that. So that's going to be fun to get out. And I'm not going to be able to video you guys doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that bolt out right there. That one right there where I got the light shining on. I'll get that one. I'll get that one above there as well. And I'll bring you guys back and we'll see where we're at from there, okay? So give me a few seconds. Okay. I'm almost got the last bolt off. There's actually ways to get in here. And I thought I didn't know it in part one how I was doing this. There's a hole right here to get to one of the bolts here. There's another one in between here I'll show you guys, but I had to use a swivel extension to get in here to get the other bolt out, which I've got it loose. So I had to stick the other 1/2 inch bolt back in here because it was trying to move the engine. And I found something else I have to repair too. And I thought, I'll show you guys after we get through with this. And I looked at the engine here. It looks like it's a short shaft engine. So I think they're going to be okay to get this thing off of here. Like I said, I had to use a swivel to get in here, and I'll show you guys. I didn't want to break the bolts in here, even though I know this engine's shot. The only thing really is that other bolt is holding it. I had this light, my Harbor Freight light in there, and then there's 2 belt keepers, and I know there's 2 pulleys there. One's for the transmission, and the other one's for that one. There's a way to go in right here to get that out. So that bolt's out of there where I can get to it. Yeah, that one's free, so this one's the only one holding it. This is what I had to use. There, it's probably a 3/8 swivel, 1/2-inch socket. Been using basic hand tools, and like I said, you go in through here and get that out. It's probably as soon as I do this, the engine's gonna pop out of here. And there's that. The belt keeper, I see where it goes. I took pictures with my phone just in case. There's the 2 bolts here. I'll throw them in there. This looks like it's 2 bolts holding this thing here. So we're gonna have to get it down on the ground now. Okay, look at you guys. Get back down. Okay. Pop that back up. That's all right. You can sit like that. All right. So it looks like. I thought I got that other bolt out. No! No! I thought I got that other bolt out of there. Airplane. I'm not going to show you guys. You guys seen so many me showing you guys airplanes showing up here. Going through. Okay. Back up you go. That bolt's still holding it. I thought I got it loose. There's 2 pulleys that are holding this. I wonder if I can. I thought I got it off of there. It looked like it did. Nope. Okay, now, all right, I thought I was going to get it off of here. I was like, hey, I'm going to show you guys the money shot. You guys know what I'm talking about. Watch South Main Auto Repair. That's a good channel. I like watching him. Why is it acting like it doesn't fit on there now? All right, let me get that last bolt off of there. Bring you guys back. It's just gotta break it loose. Okay, now I got it off of there. Now it's got no excuse. There we go. Now it's free. Okay. Okay. So you got a transmission pulley right here. On this one. That one, and then this is the one for the belt. And all right, we got it off. And I pulled the, oh darn, I pulled that apart. Oh well. Not like it was gonna work any. Actually, it broke from the thing. That's okay. It actually came apart from that. I might have to redo that again. Alright, so here we are. Right here. Now, it looks like that engine's a short shaft. If that's the case, because it looks like it from here. If that's the case, then this engine should be dead on perfect. Put that on there. But we're gonna have to get that bolt off of there. Let's see. Let's hold on. Let's try it real quick. Let's get that bolt off. It's over here actually. I'll bring it over here. I don't know how good this quality is on my personal phone than my other phone, work phone. But like I said, I probably should have pulled some stuff off of here already. Looks like, I want to say that looks like a 9/16 pulley, which I got my better impact here. So let's see. Oh, bigger than that. 5/8. Yep, 5/8. 5/8. Well, that's a heavy bolt. That's a decent sized bolt right there. Will this come off of here though? Hey, this actually. Hey. Now the thickness might be different though. That's the only thing we got to worry about now. It might be the same size. Slowly but surely. Like I said, there's parts I can use on this one. I got another engine like this. I think I might rebuild it and use the stuff off of this. Okay. Come on, little buddy. Nothing's holding you back, and I'm not using a puller. I think it's going to work. It's just being a pain. Let me get this linkage off of here. I don't want to damage it. Oh, it's just... There we go. Perfect. There's the pulley we're going to need. We'll use that bolt as well on it. Alright. Let's put that all right there so we don't lose it, which that means we will. Now I guess probably at the worst I'm going to have to probably retap some threads on that other engine there because I know it's a nut and bolt situation. Let me go... let me go get the tools I need. We're going to take that off there and we'll see what we got to find out on that one. Alright, let me get this off. It's a sex on a hex key because it's a hex bolt there, and I don't know if that 1/2 inch is going to come off of there. It's a 1/2 inch nut holding it, so I don't know. Let's see. Let me make sure I got this going backwards. Okay. There's one. These are nice little hex bolts here. Save those for a rainy day. This one I'm probably going to have to put a... You know, it's pretty bad. I thought I was going to have to put a 1/2-inch wrench on there. And so far I haven't. I get them loose and I can just take them off of there. That bolt's just a little bit shorter. And that one, I'll keep that one too. It's nice little bolts to have. And there should be one more down here. Probably gonna have to get the extension, a bigger extension out for that one, because it's gonna be a little bit difficult to get to. My 3/8 extension. Probably gonna have to crack it loose. Oh, okay, well, or we can try to break it. We can try to break it. Oh, that nut's rusty on there. We got a rusty nut. Damn it, wrong way. There's a lot of corrosion on here. Alright. That one does not want to come off of there. Alright. That one had a lot of gunk on it. Alright. But, well, the pump is, like I said, it's shot. I'll show you guys. Somebody already tried to JB weld it and all that stuff, and it was still leaked, so it wasn't gonna matter anyway. Here, so okay, this one's a little shorter shaft than the other one, though, so we'll see. That one's a little bit longer shaft. I noticed that now. I don't know. We are dealing with short shafts here. Let's just see. All we can do is just try. You guys over here. See, that one's a little bit longer than that one. Well, let's see if the pulleys will fit on there anyway. Maybe we can get away with it. Maybe not. I don't think so, boys. This shaft's a little shorter than what they had. So, it's not going to work, I don't think, because it's not even going to get up there. Alright, we're going to have to figure this thing out one way or another. Let me give me some time to think. Maybe we're going to have to figure out a different alternative. Alrighty, y'all. The project is officially on hold because, number one, this is a longer shaft engine that was on the Time Master. The pressure washer one, unfortunately, is short. Apart from the other alternative would be that bust both these engines apart and switch the crankshafts out. Now, do I want to go that route? I don't know yet. That's still debatable. Um, Unfortunately, I do have another engine that is on. It's a Troy built mower, but I'm pretty sure the shafts are the same. Not going to be the same on there for me to put to do that, because I'll show you guys real quick. There was one that Stefanie gave me. I never did a video on it because it ran, but the deck is kind of, uh, broken. But it's a Toro. I mean, not Toro. Shoot, the Briggs one. It's that same engine. It's right there. It's that one right there. Well, all the cobwebs in it, like some spiders made their home. But it's the same engine. The 175 cc engine right there. Now that could probably be on there. I could probably put that on there. The only bad problem is I'm pretty sure the crankshafts are probably going to be the same. It's probably not going to be long enough. Let alone the width is probably not going to be there too. So for right now, I think that project's going to be on hold. I can take a look at it, pull it out here and look at it off camera, but I don't think it's going to work for what we're going to need it for. I think we're just going to end up having to try to find another engine for it. Like I said, the only alternative is to bust the crankshaft out of both of them and swap them out. That would be the only chance of getting that going. And I don't even know then. So I'm kind of on a hold on that one. Like I said, I don't know when you guys are going to see this video out here. We got other projects going on right now. No, I was hoping to get this one knocked out, but it's not going to happen. So short video on part 2 here. I thought I was going to have something on this, but it don't look like it here. It's a shame though, because I thought I could get this to work, but it's not going to, even though I wanted to, make some room. But it'll get that engine off the. I'll have to put that engine just up somewhere and save it for some. I don't know yet. You guys give me your 2 cents of what you would do. Should I hold out for another engine, or just try to switch crankshafts out on them? I could. It's a lot of work. I could do it. That's no big deal. It's just, do I want to do it? To put onto this. Like I said, it's either way. It's going to need another engine. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that one because it's too far gone with everything. They busted all these plates off of here. You can't get a recoil to sit on it or anything. I tried to tap this out, but it's not going to work. And even if so, I can't get that gas tank to mount on that side where the oil dipstick. Yeah, the oil dipstick can hold out. It's just the only problem is I can't get anything to hold on there, the gas tank or any of that. So, and then I wanted to go pull out this engine over here. This came off a weed eater, those 26-inch weed eater mowers, riding mowers, the little cheap ones. And unfortunately, it's got a short crankshaft as well. So that is not going to work either for what I need it for. So I got some of those 775 engines, but not one of them is going to work. So I don't know what we're going to do. One way or another, we have to figure it out, I guess. Mom's cleaning some grass out, but let me show you guys something. I did pull that other Toro out. I mean, not Toro, this Troy belt out. And I started looking at it. Now I started doing some stuff off camera, so I'm going to show you guys what I'll start looking at. This is the pulley that came off that Toro Time Master. I was looking at the shaft. And the other one, it shakes a little bit too when you put it on there. But probably when you tighten the bolt down, it'll probably be good. So I'm going to put it on here. Let me find the keyway for it. Right there. Okay. Now it does shake a little bit. Now, it's probably got a little bit of play on there, but once I probably tighten that bolt, it'll probably be okay. But I noticed on that shaft too, it does the same thing. Maybe not as much. But I think we can get away with this engine being on there because it's the same size diameter of what we need. There, and it's the same length. And like I said, this deck is all crusty anyway. It's breaking anyway, and I didn't even know if I was going to even try to use this deck for something. I tried to fix the handles on it, but I was thinking about stripping this down anyway. The transmission worked on it. I might put it on another. I actually got another deck that needs some stuff done to it, and I think it was rear self-propelled anyway, so I think I might switch the stuff on here anyway. So anyway, I think I can recycle this engine and put it on something else. So I think we're gonna have, see how it does shake. I'll put you guys over here and I'll show you guys the out over there on the other engine. Whoop, if I don't slip. Get you guys down there, you guys can see real quick. I'm gonna put it on this one here, and it's gonna do the same thing. Let me get it lined up. Not as much though, but it's still got that play there too. So I think I'm just gonna take that engine off of there, off that deck, and we're gonna throw it on that one. So let me go do that. All right, let's see if this will mount on there. I know we're gonna have to switch some carburetors and all that stuff. It's either here or there at the moment. I don't care. Right now we gotta worry about if this is gonna bolt on there. So let's do that. I know I'm gonna have to go through this, and it needs to be cleaned. So there's the keyway right there. That is there. I'm just gonna. Am I gonna be able to use the same bolt?
Come here. Come here. Lay back. Get your ass over here. 1, 2. Come like this. Where's my stick at?
Okay, let's see if I can get this on here. Nope, I'm gonna have to use a different bolt. Must be a different bolt pattern I'm gonna have to use on this. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to use the other bolt that's on there. It's okay, no big deal. We'll do that. Let me grab the other ones. Bolt is right here. Should be able to use this one. Let's try it. Let's see. Keyway is right here. Not the one I wanted to use for it, but should be the same 5/8. Let's see. It's still loose, unfortunately. It was on there, but still might have to double the washers on there. Let me go grab some washers on it and see what we can try something different. All right, I'm gonna try some different washers on it. I know it's got a lot of slack. I know it does. Let's just see. Maybe we can put add another washer to it. Maybe put a skinnier washer than that one. There, let me put that one on over there. Let's see if I got anything a little bit skinnier, which I do. I got medium washers here. Heck, I might try that one. I'd rather, you know, there's a thicker one I got right here. Wonder if that would, no, that wouldn't work. Okay, let's see. That's a thin washer right there. That's not gonna work either. Now let's try that one. And that one. Yeah, see if that helps a little bit. Why does it act like it doesn't fit on there now? All right, let's see. Please don't move. Okay, that actually worked. That took up some of the slack. That's actually worked. Don't want to. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. We'll see if it works. We'll try it. That's all we can do is try. What alternative do we have? We don't have another engine. This is about the only one that got close to it. Is a lawnmower engine here. So let me get you guys over here to this situation right here. Now my question is, those bolts that I took out, are they going to match? There, we're going to find out, I guess. So, unfortunately there were spider webs in here, so it has some spider webs right back. Let's see, let me look at, I got two of those engine mounting bolts right here. Let's see if they'll fit on here. Please. Okay, it looks like we're going to be golden on that. That's what it looks like. Okay. All right. It looks like it. It looks like it. Let me find out. Let's start one of them on here real quick and just see. Turn it the other way. Okay, they're going to work. All right, perfect. All right, they're going to work. Okay, that's all I needed to do. All right. Looked like somebody put a gold spark plug in here at one time. All right, now the fun part, and you guys are not going to be able to see me do this here. So, let's see. Where's the... Alright. Okay. So, might switch some covers on here anyway. Let's see. What we got going on here? Okay, so the belt came off the transmission. I know this thing needs a wash. But we don't even know if this thing works yet, so need to find that out first before we do anything else. So I think that, so it looks like, I think the bottom one was the blades. The top one was the blades, the bottom one was the transmission pulley. And I can take this beauty cover off of this toy belt thing. Nobody would know the difference on it. Heck, I'll take the one off the Briggs & Stratton one. Let's just see how it's going to look. I gotta do some modifications to it, I think. So, let's see, it's gonna work. I know this is a push mower engine, but I think we can get it to work. Okay. Alright. Now the problem is trying to get everything on here. It's the bigger pulley. The skinnier one was for the transmission belt. Okay, so that's that. The bigger one is for this belt, for the blades. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. You guys are not going to be able to see me do this. I'm going to put that one on there first, and then we'll get the transmission belt on there last. It shouldn't be that hard to put it on there. And then I'll switch the recoil out, I think. I'll put the one on there that it came with. And I think we should be alright. Like I said, just take this beauty cover off and should be good to go. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and slap this thing on here and then see what happens. So enjoy the music while I do this. Alright, it is the next day. I do got this thing off, put together with everything, the engine bolts and all that. I was out here to 8:30 last night trying to do that. The wind's blowing today, so sorry for the noise. So there it is. It's on there. I just got to do some modifications to it. More likely the recoil. Which it needs a new cord anyway, so on it, but that's the original shroud to it. I got all the other, that's the gas tank that was with it, and of course, you know, there's all the air filter covers, and this is the extra part, which I'm going to put all that stuff on there, so that's going to be no big deal. And then I'll switch some parts off of this old one. The engine's over here. I set it over here last night, the old engine. It was on it. I'll probably take that muffler guard off of there. I'll switch the oil dipstick off of there, and it's gonna have to do some different setups for it. Have to get this other one off of here for the extra guard on there as well. I'm pretty sure this is the same size engine as the other one that was on there in a way. This is gonna be set up a little different, but we're gonna try to make it work one way or another. So I think the next thing I gotta do is this take some covers off and switch them. So I'll bring that over here and I'll start doing that. And eventually I gotta switch everything else out of it. So let me go do that. I'll bring you guys back. All right, let's get to this. Some long screws there for that. And I'll get that off. So it almost looks the same anyway. So if you take that off of there too, it almost looks like it. Put those screws over there. Almost looks the same now with that on there. You start looking at it, comparing apples to apples. There. I mean, in a way, it almost looks like it. This little bit, you know. I don't remember what the air filter looked like in here. I can't remember. Now, to save my life. I know the carburetor was. It was running this engine on that toy built mower, but yeah, air filter. Oh, we need another air filter on it. Okay. 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 Yep. I think I gotta use one I can throw in there. Okay, air filter. No bueno. Okay. I gotta switch it anyway because this one had the different setup. We got old yucky gas in here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this same thing. I might switch the gas tank out there as well. But we got some 8s we need to take off anyway because I need a new string on this one anyway because I don't really trust this one too much. And I think I gotta make it shorter anyway as well. So looks like we got some 8s we gotta take off of there. Alright, let me get those. At least the studs didn't back out of it. As much as I like these magnetic nut drivers, they're getting the nut things are sticking to them. Hang on, I'm trying to get the thing off of there. Trying to stick to it. Let me switch to a different one that doesn't do that. As much as I like that one, it's not working for my needs at the moment. Alright, let me switch it out of that one. Put that one on there. The nut was sticking on those things and it wasn't coming off of there. Alright, there's that. Put those over there. Let's look at the cover and see if we got anything. Well, it's about the same. Same cutouts and all that. I'm just looking to see if we're having to do anything different on it. You know, it's pretty much the same thing. I just wanted to make sure. Still got the little metal plates on there. This one's a little different right there. It should be just a plug and play on it. Let me just see. This is the one that came off that other engine. I just want to see. Okay, so I'm going to take that brake assembly off, which that's okay. I'm going to have to anyway. So I have to get these studs out. So that's actually supposed to have a short stud. These are supposed to be long studs, so at least I know. There. Okay. How's the oil look? And it smells like gas, so we're gonna have to drain that out. Okay, no big deal. So, okay. Alright, so let me get it further down. Till we get to the point where we're gonna take it off of here and switch everything over to the magneto. Let me go do that. Okay, I'm down to this part here. I just gotta get the coil off of here. Well, not the coil, really, the wire, and the where the old setup was for this, because it's no longer going to be that on this engine here. So let me grab an 8. Should be an 8 or a 5/16. I already got I got the other engine over here. I already pulled the coil wire for that setup. All we got to do is just hook that up there. So take that off there. You guys know me, I don't throw nothing away. So this is for the coil. Somebody had tied the breather tube up, so we're gonna have to, I'm probably gonna take it off that other engine that's busted and put on this one to replace it. There we go. That's free. And then I hooked it from this one. This coil, I know it ran, so we're gonna have to, I'll route this how this one is routed for that cable when I do it. There. So I'll put all that to the side. So I'll put this on here. It should be set up the same way. I have to run that wire the same way they had it through there, which I will. I'll do that when I get it to that point. I'll run it the same way they did it underneath that cowling. Yeah, okay. Now, the only other issue we got is I'm gonna have to switch the flywheel, I think. Which that's no big deal. I can just get pullers on here and pop that flywheel off here. So let me get to popping these flywheels off of that one and switch them to this engine here. Well, I don't have to. I don't think. I don't really have to, but I think I might do it anyway. Just to help it out. It shouldn't really matter. So I just gotta pop those off. And let's take that breather tube off that other engine, throw it on this one, so this one's got one. Carburetor, I know, is funky. Probably the other one's not even better. We'll see which one's a little bit better to clean out there, and hopefully enough we don't tear up no gaskets at the same time. So let me go get the flywheels off of here. I guess it don't really matter. Wait a minute, let me look real quick before I stop you guys. This is the other recoil that was on there. This is the one that was on there. So that's, they kind of look like that, which they still work. Well, it needs to be. That's the dog's paws. Yeah, they're about the same. Maybe I'm. The only difference is that one had a plastic flywheel to that one. Maybe it was a stronger magnet. So maybe we'll just leave that alone. If we gotta go to that route of switching flywheels, I will. But maybe I'm not gonna go do that. Let me go get these carburetors off. We'll see which one's the best. We'll take it apart and see which one we can save. I'll be right back. Alright, this is the carburetor came off of that other engine because the fuel nozzle is this way, which would be going to the back of the engine. Where the one that came off of that Toro, Troy built one, the nozzle was this way, out this way. So unfortunately I'm going to have to use that one for what I'm going to do it for. So I still got that there. Make sure you put that on the right way. So it's probably a 1/2 inch bolt to take that off. Kind of worried about what I'm going to find in here, but we'll get lucky. Oh. Oh, it's clogged up, that's for sure. That was clogged up. It clogged up the other way as well. Get that washer off there if I can. Maybe not. Yeah, she's plugged up there too as well. So she got some stuff in there. Jar that's loose if I can. Yeah. Okay, there we go. She got a little bit of. It's not the worst. It doesn't smell the greatest either. Look at all that. It ain't macaroni like Lewis Mowers says. Remember, it's just nuts and bolts. Okay. I'll show you guys the goo in a minute there out of that. Oh, so this is the metal seat with a rubber tip. Okay. This actually don't look too bad. Maybe I just hit it with a... Look at that goo. Hang on. Look at that. You guys want some? Here, try it out. You guys try it out and let me know how that tastes. That actually don't look that bad. And then, of course, there's some goo in that. Look at all that. The bowl actually don't look that bad as I thought it was going to be. So maybe just wipe that out and then call it a good day. I'm going to get some WD-40 and spray in here. I'm going to try to not mess with that gasket. No, that's a rubber seat. Let me go grab WD-40 spray in here real quick. And put you on pause. Alright, put you guys on pause for a second. Got WD-40. Normally I use carb cleaner, but I'm going to let that sit. Hey, it's coming out of there. That's a plus. How's it going to come out of here, though? Wind! I mean, the carburetor honestly don't look that bad. There we go. It's coming out of the emulsion tube. There you go. Look. It's just that way. Let me hold it down. You guys can see it. Up. There we go. Foaming like a beer. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I gotta get me a twist tie get some wire in here. We gotta unclog this thing up. And then needle don't look too bad. Spray that with a little WD-40 and clean that up. Put that there. Float don't look too bad on it. Alright, let me put you on pause one more time so I can get my, forgot to bring my carb cleaning tools out. Okay, got my carb cleaning tools. So, let's okay, let's see what we can get. Got it out, got that hole cleaned out. A little bit of schmoo came out of there. Got that one cleaned out. Let me try a little bit thicker one. Alright. Alright, I think I got that clear. Let's see. There. And then, okay. Good enough for me. Let me get my air compressor out here. Alright. Clean out this. I have one of those blue paper towel things that I have from Harbor Freight, and I've been going through those like I guess like crazy, or I just now finally did. Went to go get some more, and I'm completely out. So now I'm gonna have to go get me some more to refill that little canister of mine. There was like a pull one. Got that bowl cleaned out the best we could. Got this one out. Cleaned out. Now we still gotta get this cleaned up real quick. I don't want to use carb spray on it yet. I don't have to. Let's see if I can just wipe it out. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, let's just, I like it's got the metal seat on there. That's a good thing. Alright, let me get my hands wiped off real quick. I'll go put this back together. And we'll check and see how this works. Put the pin. I'll pull that stuff out of there. This again. Okay. Got the bowl cleaned out best we can. Put that back on there. Put the main jet on there. I know I should have cleaned out the outside of it. I didn't. Okay. Let's see if this thing works. So far. Alright, let me go put this on there real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is what the gas looked like coming out of that tank, out of that other engine, since that one's a 220 3cc, and the one I'm throwing on there is a 175. It's got a blue foam on there that I couldn't get out, so I tried to blow it out the best I could. So I just have to go with it. But see all the stuff in there. I had to come out here because my mom's playing music of stuff she's watching on her phone, so I can't, be near there. Always YouTube will copyright it, so I can't do that. So anyway, this is what see all the water that's come out of there. So I'm gonna go put that gas tank back on real quick. I'll put you guys on a time lapse. You guys can watch me do that, and then I'll hook everything up, and then we'll. I gotta put some oil in it too, because I drained the oil and gas out of it too as well. So let me go do that. I'm gonna get rid of this, and then I'm gonna put you guys over here, and you guys can watch me put this thing back together. Okay, I have got everything hooked up here. I want to make sure that the kill switch is going to work. So I don't want to get no surprises. And unfortunately, off camera, I wanted to see how the self-propel cable was going to work. It broke. I'll show you. I went to go pull it, and at first I was a little stiff, and I was going to spray. I just wanted to see what was going on with it. It broke. So it's going to need another cable. So something to add on more expense to the list. So I won't be able to check the drive on it. I just want to see if this thing is going to work with the kill switch before we fire it up, so we don't have to sit here and take a spark plug, boot off. So let's check it here. Guys, closer to the situation in hand. I don't know how good this phone's going to work. I will try to get you close. About as close. It's got to look a little fuzzy, but you guys can see it too at the same time. So let's see. The switch is. Looks like it's a rocker switch, so it's on. So let's see if the ground switch and everything works on it. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. Let's try it this way. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's got spark there. Let's see if I turn the switch off, will it still have spark? Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, so all right, so that means it works. I got the switch off. Let me put the switch on. Okay, so we're getting sparks. So the rocker switch works. So that means I got everything hooked up correctly for this to work. Awesome. Oh, wait a minute. You guys didn't even see it. Darn. I thought I was watching it. My bad. Okay, let's try this again. Watch. Get it right there. All right. Switch is off. Okay, see? No spark. Flip the switch on. Spark. So that means that I hooked it up correctly. So this should work like that. All right, awesome. All right, let me put a little bit of gas in here. Get you guys back over here on regular. Get you guys there. Get you guys right there. We're gonna put a little bit of gas. I'm not gonna put much because the blade engagement cable I'm gonna have to replace. I do got it. Like I said in the first part there, we got it. Unfortunately, I don't. Now I'm gonna have to replace the self-propel cable, so I might as well just wait to just do it all at once because I might have to do it anyway. So let's see. We'll give that a few minutes to do its thing. I did put oil in there. Eventually, I'm gonna probably have to drain it back out again because it still looks a little murky. But at least I primed it a few times and it should work. So let's see if this will work like this. So, switch on. What do you guys think? I'm kind of nervous on this one, so let's see. Here we go. Maybe I got the switch on wrong. Huh. Okay, it surges. I think that's supposed to do that till you get the thing going. Okay, so we got it to run, and it works by the switch. Okay, so this is going to work. I'm going to have to get a cable for it. That's going to be probably pricey. So this project is getting a little bit more pricey as we keep going with it here. So it still needs some work done to it. So it's going to run. I'll try it one more time. Here, let me switch it back on. At least you know it works. I'm going to have to probably shorten this cord a little bit. Well, I need to put a new one on there anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm left-handed. That works. Kill switch works. Bonus! Okay, that's going to conclude part 2 on this one. I think we did a lot on this one, guys. I'll bring you guys back in a second. Let me get myself, I got to get some stuff cleaned up here. So I'll bring you guys back a couple seconds. Okay, so we know what runs. It says it could be surging because it's not under load because of the blades. I'll take that in consideration. I do have to flip this where the pull cord is going that way because I see over here on the side where the side chute would go. It's got a thing here where you're supposed to step right here to hold it to start it. So I'm gonna have to try to take this and flip it that way for that, which I got to put a new pull cord on. That's a no big deal there. And I got the price of cable, but I wanted to put the blade engagement cable on. But the only problem is, if I do that, then I'm gonna have to go underneath there and again and do the one for the transmission. So I'm figuring while I'm gonna be under there, I might as well go ahead and get the other cable and put them both on there at once. So I'll just hold off on doing that, and then we'll get this thing little by little done here. But I have to let Stefanie know where I'm at on this one. But at least we know it runs. There, I have to make the pull cord. Maybe that cord will be all right. Maybe I just got to cut it a little shorter. I'll have to look at it and see. Just make it a little shorter. Let's get the part that's no good on it. Maybe this, and cut it just a little bit more shorter, and then get it flush. Well, maybe do that off camera. I'll do that. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm gonna see how much I can get a cable for. Maybe I can get one off the jungle site cheap, and then we'll keep continuing on this project, and I'll take some more stuff little by little off of this engine to throw on this one. I might have to put the flywheel on there. I don't know yet, but it's working, so we'll see. I might have to put that bigger one on there, but we'll worry about that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, see you guys on part 3. Like, share, subscribe. Keep on turning those wrenches. See you guys on the next one. Y'all take care.